Are you tired of seeing these cell phone towers everywhere? Would you like them to go away? I'm Rex Moore. If you study the history of technology and investing, an unmistakable pattern emerges. And if you want a clue about how to potentially profit from a once-in-a-decade technological explosion, I ask only that you take a very close look at this chart. You'll see the pattern I'm talking about. Roughly once every 10 years, there is a huge leap in technology that literally changes the world with all the new capabilities it brings, and it sets off a massive wealth opportunity for early investors who make the right choices. This technology exploded at CES in Las Vegas several months ago. Okay, maybe this sign gives it away, or this one, or this one. It seems everywhere I turned this year, 5G was somewhere in sight. In the virtual and augmented reality booths, medical tech, Internet of Things, and automobiles. These industries and many more are relying on 5G's lightning speed to help propel them forward. If you're interested in investing, this should be sounding alarm bells in your head. And because 5G can utilize much smaller structures like chimneys or lampposts or most any building, one industry blog says that eventually it's possible that cell phone towers will become obsolete. I'll tell you why in just a second, but first, let me give you an idea of the kind of leap forward in speed we're talking about here. As 5G replaces 4G on your phone, PC Magazine says instead of 7 minutes to download an HD movie, you'll be able to do it in 6 seconds. With that in mind, let's take another look at that chart I showed you earlier. 2G allowed us to go digital with text messaging and pictures. 3G brought mobile internet access and video calls, and 4G gaming and mobile TV. 5G could usher in another tech revolution, and we might not see anything like it for another 10 years. And now you're beginning to see why 5G has even been called one of the greatest arrivals in technology since the birth of the internet itself. It's no wonder that the president recently urged Apple's CEO to get involved with 5G, and the Washington Post declared it the mother of invention. Yes, 5G has the potential to radically change our lives and society as we know it. But if you're an investor, the implications are potentially even greater and more lucrative. And here's a twist, one I think is great for small investors like us. With a lot of people eyeing some of the more obvious names, including Samsung, Verizon, and Apple, here's why I think the smart money is doing something different. And that's homing in on smaller stocks that are out of the public eye and that serve the 5G industry in a unique way that few, if any, can replicate. Fortunately, Motley Fool co-founder David Gardner and his team of experts have their fingers on the pulse of 5G, and they've identified one under-the-radar California company that's cleverly positioned itself with its unique business model and technology. It's a company that can benefit no matter who wins among those big carriers I just mentioned. Now, you'll rarely hear the talking heads in the financial media mention this company in connection with 5G, which is even better for us. But this company is quietly making moves that could see its stock rocket ahead when 5G goes mainstream, which Forbes predicts will be this year. And if you're wondering why you should trust David Gardner and his Motley Fool Rule Breakers team, their actual verified results may help. In fact, David's ability to spot tech trends before they take off speaks for itself. Perhaps you've heard about some of his early calls on AOL, Amazon.com, and Netflix, but maybe not his more recent recommendations like the ones you see here. The bottom line is that his Motley Fool Rule Breakers service is beating the S&P 500's returns by an incredible 2-to-1 margin since its inception. Which brings me back to the 5G play that's right underneath our noses today. At this potentially historic moment, it's one stock that really has our attention. That's why David has decided to release a special report, the 5G Investor's Playbook, How to Invest in This Once-in-a-Lifetime Business Disruption. It not only includes the name and ticker symbol of the unique company I've been talking about,
but it gives you 2 other recommendations with the potential for big profits when the 5G wave hits. And it's free to you just for trying out Rule Breakers with its Keep Everything Double Guarantee. To learn more about this and the revolutionary potential of the 5G industry, all you have to do is click the box to enter your email. Because if there's one stock for the coming 5G boom, this could be it. The number one regret we hear from investors is not getting started soon enough. Don't look back 5 years from now regretting that you failed to act today before the 5G boom rolls across the country. Simply click the box to enter your email to learn more about the 5G Investors Playbook and Rule Breakers before this offer goes away.